The dog should be right this time. I ran home and it was like, I got here from doing chores and laundry and grocery shopping, and it was like 11:40, and I was like, I'm gonna be streaming soon. So I forgot to change the information to what it actually is. But there, it works out that like nothing's really happening yet anyway. Because I should have done this before, but did I? No. No, I did not. Well, at least I saved. Low-key, I am 100% looking up the guide, because it's like, no, I already did this. I already did this. I shouldn't have to do this again. One sec. It says that I'm looking at the full guide, but I'm not. Whoa, I'm early. Hi. Hello, hello. Currently cheating and looking up a guide because we already did this, and I swear I'm not going to just struggle through these puzzles again. It's like we got the cup of blood already. That's fair. Thank you. It's like I just want the second ending. Oh, it's 3-1-3. I knew it. I thought it was 3-2-3. I knew it was 3. So my memory was somewhat good. Oh my god, if I hold it, it is faster. Oh, that's useful. I was like, waiting through this is so boring, but like, if I hold down the space bar, it goes by faster. So that's nice. Yay! Game is a bit loud, or mic is a bit quiet, by the way. I could turn the game down. It's mostly just that I'm not really talking, and the game most of the time is really quiet. It's like, aside from the text, there's not a whole lot that's happening in this game. Yes, we need to find some Yuli. It's gonna have me save again. Might as well. Even though I think I remember how to do this one. I think I need to get the halo first. Go into this room. No! I'm not supposed to do that. I'm supposed to do this. No! Me, I know what I'm doing. I'm not. I'm a failure, guys. Switch off. Turn on. Okay, alright, now we're good. Card back. And then we only check these two bodies. The others are empty. We got our Yuli. And we got our matches. Time to go. Do some arson. Shoot, I didn't mean to inspect. Set on fire. I didn't do this before. I didn't listen in. I did the other one. Before it happened, all we were doing was trying to avert our eyes from the world around us. All we were doing was desperately trying to escape the stories we made up on our own. Refusing to accept that living in the real world meant accepting that it is in fact a barren field. That's right, the world is all but a void. A void devoid of purpose and meaning. Purpose and meaning are human concepts. Concepts which could only be devised by beings with imagination. But now, we no longer rely on our imagination. We no longer believe. There's no more blind trust. We're completely, utterly disillusioned. One could say we finally accepted our reality the way it is, but that brought about even more devastating consequences. Yeah, it's really loud for me too, but like I feel like it's the ambiance, like it's supposed to be really loud. We're supposed to be listening into the noise. I'll try to turn it down for you guys though. Because we no longer believe in narratives, we've lost our ability to dream. Because of creativity erosion, many of us began desperately looking for an intervention from the outside. We want to be polluted by remnants of pre-humanity. We want to be forced to forget, to remember what it is like to have faith in ourselves. Everyone is tired, so tired. The spread of celestials and voluntary pollution is a symptom of a sick nation. You may try to purify all the polluted. However, all of your efforts will end up in vain, because we don't want to be saved. Did Rem really write all this? Well, now the sound is back down to being okay. And we got our Yuli. But yeah, because I was like, oh, it says to tear apart. That's probably the thing that we need to do. I never bothered to listen in. Alright, time to take this indulgence. I think the square one is the one that we just got. Because, like, I know it said that if you eat them in the wrong order, like, you're not gonna get it. Yeah, okay, the square one. I'm checking the guide religiously, because it's like, if I do not get this ending, I swear to God. Because, like, we ate all the indulgences last time, but I guess we didn't eat them in the right order, and so the game got mad at us. It was like, you don't get this special ending. And it was like, alright, good talk. Ren! My boyfriend! Let's see if I can remember this one from memory. I think I have to put this guy in the top. And then we were here. I just have to remember which key I have to hit to get it to activate. Well, I hit T and it didn't do anything. Alright. F7 and then... Oh, H6. I wasn't one over. There we go. Alright, time to go get our Yuli and the pot and the spot that really doesn't involve any actual thought. We just have to run around and hope we find all of these guys. We found our Yuli! Oh, there he is. Where are the dark figures? Where are they? There they are! Oh, come on. There's probably one more left. Oh, I found him. Come back here. I thought I found him. I'm just finding white guys. Where's the black one? He ran away from me. And I can't say. God, it low-key reminds me of the old Pokemon games when you would not use Flash. Like, if you ever decided to just full ball into the cave without having Flash, this was me. Full disclosure, guys. I never used Flash. I just sort of suffered in the dark. don't see any more of the guys in black. They're all white now. That one's white. That one's white. I can't go. Oh! Come back. Come back here. It was like, no, you're mine. You can't run away from me. Alright, we got the rosary. I need to make sure that I actually don't type way too fast. Because if I get the poke out, I'll cry. Because no, we need the indulgences. Got it. Got the indulgence, and we already did the square and the triangle. So this must be the circular. Yes. Okay, good. One more. And then hopefully we'll get the right ending. Alright, last indulgence. Item. Cross. Alright. Oh, right, I forgot I have to read this thing. Okay, so we're about to find out if my game likes me or not. Make sure to have that other save file just in case. Alright, so I'm supposed to follow him the first 2 times. And then not. And if we did it correctly and we get the second ending, we won't see a game over screen, but if we see a game over screen, then I don't know what to do. Because it said that all I had to do was eat the 4 indulgences in the right order. And I did. So. Huh? He's gone. Finally! I got the second ending, guys! Praise me! Choose the only right answer. Oh god, I don't know what the right answer is now. I'm definitely gonna have to save. But at least now I officially know that it's like, alright, yes. Gonna get the second ending, guys. We're gonna do it. But that also means that I have no idea. I imagine maybe the star one, because it has the little purple thing on it, versus the darkness. Like, I don't know. It seems like purple is a weird color in this universe. It's like, either they like it or they don't. Sorry, I'm just messing with my wires. Let's go. Yeah, let's just go with the star one. What's the worst that can happen? We die? Did he just go ahead of me? Or is it that... Will you open this door? Yeah, might as well. He's not here either. Choose the only right answer. Probably the one without the noise. Not a card pack. Oh? Oh! Rem is triggered. How could I forget? Ori, he's not here either. Tell us, O prophet of the digital, how does it feel to eat your own words? Tomorrow won't come without a sacrifice, am I right? Will you open the door? Yes. Rem is so shook. Rem, you're here. But how can... When I was the only one to... What are you talking about? You were the one who went ahead of me and disappeared. Huh? But everything's alright now, isn't it? It's alright, Rem. Let's move forward. To tomorrow. Change between points of view. Alright, let's see how well I remember this one. Tomorrow won't come for those without blank. It's the same thing as before. Rem? I don't like that creepy music. Rosary. Insufficient data for analysis. Try self-distancing. It's a statue of a girl. She's holding a lantern in her hands. She looks just like Mari. Take the lantern? Yeah, sure. I'm sorry, but it's probably for the best. Who are you apologizing to? Something in the room shifted. It's a statue resembling Mari. Her hands are empty. Something in the room shifted. It's a reception desk. There's nothing unusual about it. You could try ringing the bell on the other side of the desk. Ring the bell? Yeah. Something in the other room shifted. Oh, in the other room. Okay. And then how do I switch between the two of us again? Eventually I'm gonna hit a key that's correct. Oh, that's the rosary key. I should have paid more attention. Oh, there it is. P. Or sorry, O. O is for perspective change. Alright, alright. Acquired primary object. It's a wave transmitter. There's nothing unusual about it. Tomorrow won't come. The statue of conductor. I'd rather not approach it. Poor thing. Isn't that you? Exhibit A, the delusional, it says. Rem, that's you. Can I hit you? You reach out to the monument. I heard it. Let's go somewhere else. You know, Rem, Mari always said, when something is too much to bear, when you feel like you can't go on, write a story. For example, if your forever pet was to die, wouldn't you feel better if you thought you avoided greater misfortune because it sacrificed itself for you? That's just blatant self-persuasion. Precisely my point. But this way, it wouldn't be a meaningless death. As long as something has meaning, it's easier to accept, no matter how unbearable it is. Even if it's a lie. It's something only beings capable of imagining things can do. So I think of it as a virtue. Where did your logic basis go? So let's say the statue collapsed in order to let us move forward. This was its sacrifice. These guys have really warped views of things, but alright. Did something change on his end? Yeah, there's an object. Acquired temporary object, alright. It's something extractor. I don't remember the word for it. It's already been used. The smell is awful. Rem's just like, a hard pass. I'd rather have Orienter. Someone left some party decorations here. It's a purification capsule. Purica for short. Registered trademark. It says contaminated. Do not use until repurification process is complete. Has someone used it already? Enter Purica? Yeah. I knew. You're the same as us. That's why the choir exists. I think I've read this part already, but just in case. Because, like, things might be different now that we're in a different ending. Hi, Clip! Yeah, this is definitely new. I knew. You are feared. That's why our water was poisoned. That's why your blood seemed violent. That's why it smelled like lavender. But as I saw the bottomless void in your eyes, as I saw you let out your last breath, the only emotion that filled me was awe. You always come at the weirdest times in games. So I thought, if I become a chorister, I'd be able to see you again. You remember. Okay. Oh, there it is. I was like, what? 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 Okay. place now. Got all three objects. Am I supposed to do something with the objects, maybe? Because now we remember. This is what happens when I don't play a game twice in a row. Like, I just forget everything. This we already knew. Unless it just wants me to read them. Because, like, we read these last time, so maybe I have to read them to progress. Yeah! Looks like we can keep moving forward. I wonder what triggered it. Rem? Rem? Oh! Yeah, we definitely got a different ending this time, boys. What? What? Is our boyfriend gonna kill us? Ah! Stop calling me by that name. How long do you plan to keep on pretending? Pretending? I'm not. You're lying. We both know what you're here for. Am I right, chorister? Conductor's voice rings in my head. Celestial bodies are indestructible. All we can do is weaken their conscious minds. A celestial's mind is like a cacophony of musical instruments. As long as they keep playing, it stays active. As long as they keep playing, the noise in your head won't go away. You have to make it quiet. Destroy all the barriers they have set up inside their host's mind. That way, they'll become harmless. Barriers may appear in different forms. It may be a door, an item, a person. Once you break it, you'll weaken Celestial's influence. We have no choice but to stand up against them. Only then tomorrow will come for humanity. Oh, look at them! Oh, they're cute! I don't care if Rem's gonna kill us or Ori's gonna kill Rem. I don't care. They're cute. Oh, Etherine is so talented. Look at these boys. I care about them so much already. I also just noticed that Ori's nails are painted, just like Mari's nails were painted. I wonder if that's a sign of, like, their sin or something. Rem, I don't want it to be quiet. I don't want tomorrow to come. Even though I was supposed to save this person. You're not him, right? You? Rem, I want to stay in the dark. I don't want to be enlightened. I'll throw away my rosary. And then, we can all play in the forest. You can keep the shampoo. So please. Rem doesn't answer. Imagine you just met this boy and you're just like, let's run away together. How are you though? I'm good. It's been a busy day, but it feels good to just sit here and hang out with you guys. And look at two boys being madly in love. Like, oh, they're so cute. They're so cute. I love them. I love games where it seems like there's gonna be a happy ending. I don't know if there's gonna be a happy ending, but like it seems like a much happier ending than the last one at least. But you still grab his arm and run, right through the veil. Let go of me. No way. Ah, it's too bright. Then close your eyes. And so you run with your eyes closed until you couldn't anymore. There's no light, right? I can't see my own fingers, yet you're here. Oh, sorry, that was Ori. I can't see my own fingers, yet you're here. You stretch out your arms and find Rem's face. Ah, they're cute, they're cute, they're cute. You pull on his cheeks. Ah, adorable. Get your bloody hands out of my... You really are here. For the love of... It's okay now, Rem. In the dark, we can dream all we want. Rem stays quiet for a moment. Then he mutters an answer. It's something only you wanted. Celestials don't dream. Ah, look at them, they're so cute. We never asked to be born. Never asked to be bound to the likes of you. Never asked to be vilified. All we ever wanted was for you, all of you, to leave us alone. All you ever think about is yourselves. You knew that from the start. It could be said for any given species. Selfishness was ingrained in your genes. Selfishness was necessary for survival. Selfishness was what led you to this very moment. But you didn't say any of that. What came out of your mouth was, "You're right. I'm selfish. So tell me, how do I stop this noise in my head?" Huh? Ori? Celestials don't dream, huh? How long will I keep telling myself that? In the end, I came back to the start. Only choristers have trouble with barriers. Until the very end, he thought I was the same as him. Humans project themselves onto everything that looks even remotely like them. Besides, he never really paid attention, trying to encourage me, insisting on giving me a rosary, dragging me along. It's as if he was seeing someone else in me. Still, that was unexpected. This one really left for good, huh? Looks like he listened to me for once. So tell me, how do I stop this noise in my head? What was that all about? Not that it matters. The source of noise. It went fast. The source of noise that he mentioned. It skipped ahead. It doesn't bother me. At all. I should find a safe place to hide. Safe place, safe place, safe place, safe place, safe place, safe place. This is the only thing that matters right now. Again. Pull yourself together. You're the last one left. If you give in now, you won't see another day. Emotional manipulation isn't all that uncommon for choristers. They'll use any means to achieve their final goal. Though I'll have to admit, this one's especially persistent. All indulgences do is cause memories one feels regret about to resurface. They have little to do with atonement. It's not safe here. No. I shouldn't go out. Darn it, I wanted to explore more. Welcome, Remiel. Get the most out of your stay. End of sentimentality. Author, Remiel. I wonder, why do I still keep these naive essays? He put a lot of heart into them, but in the end, it was all but a cry for help. Even now, I can't hold his tears. A human emotion. Yet still, I undoubtedly, hopelessly reread the text. Very few will remember the age when we were still delusional, as we call those times now. Very few will remember how we clung to the objects and expressions that reminded us of the golden age that long since passed. No longer threatened by infectious diseases and internal mental disorders, we've truly reached the peak of human existence. Very few will regret the changes we went through, as we will no longer remember. Without memory, there's no nostalgia. Without nostalgia, there's no exploitation. Without exploitation, we have achieved absolute freedom. Without relying on harmful narratives, we can be truly whole as a nation. Super intelligent and self-optimized, we are no longer able to mourn. Fanatics, that's all we are. Only the idiots like myself, would long for the past. Only the idiots would refuse to move to face forward. Only the idiots would want to dream again. Well then. A coat and umbrella I'll never use. Well, there's nothing in the waste bucket. Rem cared about personal hygiene a lot. In their world, in many areas, there is a severe lack of products like these. For someone who's called the pollution itself, they bear no use. After crying, often comes an urge to throw up. Gwen was prescribed medicine to prevent it, but he just flushed it down. I tried turning the tap, but no water comes out. Clip, you should not be surprised at how often I play horror games. I don't require sleep. I crawl into the closet and close the door. I'm safe now. As expected, I'm getting weaker. So this is what happens after they break all the barriers. Yet I let it go this far. Because I was afraid. Because I was hoping for something to be different this time. This is a mindscape, meaning there's no need for body restoring activities like eating, exercising, or sleeping. Engaging in them here is a voluntary action to keep one's mind in touch with familiar perceived reality, their reality, the one they will return to, the one they can return to. However, for those like me, there are other dangers to worry about. He is one of them. I should just stay in this closet forever and never come out again. There's a weird sensation in my hands. Already melting, are we? Too bad. I won't be able to sustain this form any longer. Hilarious, such a pity. This is. I'm not in control of any of this. I'm perfectly calm. Someone entered the room. Someone is here. Were they hiding somewhere? Someone is here. They must have seen me hide. Someone is here. Someone is here. Someone is here. Someone is here. There was a loud noise in the bathroom. I am not in control. I am not in control. I don't know what's happening. Oh my god, my boyfriend. Is someone here? I can't see very well. Have you seen Rem around? I went the wrong way. And now, I can't move for some reason. Can you tell me why that is? I know that's a sigma. I know that's a sigma and a delta symbol. What up, Greek alphabet? Rem, is that you? You looked for me. Thank you. Are you crying? I know, but I'm happy. Thanks to Rem, I was able to remember something very, very important. Rem, can you tell me a story? And so Rem spoke of days of the past, of tenderness we discarded, of morning sirens and deserted oceans. In that moment, we were one with the forest. In that moment, we became part of something bigger than us. In that moment, Mari was here too. In that moment, all we wished for was to laugh with everyone once again. Death was only temporary. Death was a liminal space, a state of transition, a return to the starting point. And so we stayed like that, and grieved, unable to move, for the world that no longer was, for the beginnings that were to come. Even so, the sun would rise again. Even so, a certain student would open his eyes. Even so, a certain coral student would proclaim him to be free of pollution. Even so, a certain conductor gonna be a short stream, but even so, like, it was short, but it was like, oh my god. I feel like I need to find other people that have played this game and, like, talk to them, because, like, I'm definitely having one of those moments where it's like, what did I just play? What did I just watch? I need breakdown videos. I'm too dumb for this stuff, guys. I am not actually... End noise. Yeah, because the first ending we got was silence. Oh no, there's an option for something? I mean, we got the noise ending, so I imagine we should listen to the noise? Ooh. Oh god, listen to the noise or close your ears. Yeah, that just seems like the smart one. I am an alien. I came to Earth to study humankind. Mere observation is insufficient for my research. To study humans, I have to become one of them. So I found myself a body. Her body. Inside her was an inverted ocean. She walked with her head held high, with the water drowning out her senses. She was violet. Her parents were blue. Blue spilled out of their mouths and watered down their conversations. I am an alien. I am colorless. Humans are chaotic. Each human is genetically programmed to increase entropy in the universe until it reaches heat death. Personal success, survival, and reproduction are merely sub-goals to fulfill their main purpose. Yet they keep on trying to make things make sense. Yet they're trying to find higher meaning in their lives. I am an alien. I do not deny my purpose. Humans perceive time as a straight line. They worry about their future, try to change the present, and regret their past. I am an alien. I perceive the past, present, and the future at the same time. Humans are lonely. Inside their bodies, there's only one tenet. 1 is a blue number, 2 is an orange number with a tinge of red. Humans are restlessly looking for a way to make 1 into 2. I'm an alien. I am not restless. Humans are selfish. They see their own reflection in everything. Humans barely recognize each other's point of view, yet there's a seed of empathy planted in their cores. I am an alien. I am many and none at the same time. Human life is short. You will die soon, I told her. She laughed. Is that so? I didn't notice at all. Inside, I never aged past 15. Humans regret not living their lives the way they wanted to. What kind of person did you want to be, I asked her. A kind person. A strong person. I couldn't become both. Could you? The word she said defined abstract concepts. I am an alien. I am capable of neither. I wanted to learn how to love myself, she said, so that I could love others. Love is an abstract concept, I stated. Was there love in pushing yourself to the limits? Was there love in people-pleasing? Was there love in neck pain and stomach aches? I'm an alien. I do not understand. When you go back to the stars, can you take me with you? She asked before her passing. Of course, was my answer. Humans are naive. They believe what they want to believe and use any evidence to support it. However, I am an alien. I do not tell lies. Rejoice. Your genetic material will give color to a land billions of light years away, giving rise to forms of life never seen before. I am an alien! Just like your land was once painted blue and green. What will you define as love, then? Love is a violet word. How is that not an abstract concept? It wasn't abstract at all. It was that simple. God. But now I have to figure out what happens if I do the other one. I just have to spam through this really fast. Just gonna have to kill ourselves and our boyfriend again. Thankfully, I should be able to remember how to do this one a lot better. Alright, oh. Oh wait, no, I need Ori's point of view. Ori's the one that does everything. Take the lantern, yeah. Take the lantern. She doesn't need it. Alrighty. I still love that. Oh, Rem, it's you. Just the instant reaction of, can I hit you? I love Rem being violent. Did it show up? No, there it is. Object. Object. Alright, now to put Ori into it. This game was really short, but really trippy and really enjoyable. I'm probably biased though because I just really love Etherine storytelling. Alright. Time to mess with these objects. Ah, wrong one. There it is. It's like, I think they said we're in a mind space, I think, so it kind of reminds me of a Mori in that regard. Like, I definitely thought that Rem might be a Celestial, and now we know for a fact that he is. I don't understand all this bit about Mari being an alien, though. That part, to me, still doesn't quite make sense, but it's okay. Maybe Celestials are just aliens? Maybe Mari was also a Celestial? I also do low-key love the fact that, like, I don't fully know, but I'm pretty sure Ori and Rem totally died at the end. Which just fits in with my belief that, like, sometimes the best endings are the endings when you are together, you just die. Because, like, the other ending, the silence ending that we got, made it seem like they had both, like, or not both, it made it seem like, Rem had forgotten everything, that, like, Rem was Rem again, Rem wasn't the Celestial anymore. And it was like, well, that was slightly sad. I like this ending better, when they just get to die together. The veil. I can go through it without fulfilling any conditions. I'm not safe here either. Just look at this door. They use blood rituals and vocabulary of pre-humanity, yet he had the gall to argue about authenticity of faith. Well, I wouldn't expect less of the choir that doesn't sing. His room. Was it really him, though? Something was definitely off. Time to go back into our closet. Nothing like casually melting. And I was already skipping far ahead, so I didn't bother to see the stuff. I just still love this. Like, we're just a little squishy ball of something at this point. Loki, I'm like, what if I cosplayed Ori? Oh, this is such a good game. And yeah, an hour is pretty short for a stream, but it's okay because then we're just gonna be hopping over to the Genshin Abyss once I switch over my dock. Because Elias was nice enough to be like, "Hey, it still says we're watching On Stars," and I was like, "Ah!" All right. Last time we listened to the noise. This time, close your ears. We're a little black person. Read the afterword. Yeah, the afterword in games always makes me emotional, guys. Full disclosure. Thank you for playing Tomorrow Won't Come for Those Without Blink. It's a story that takes place in a future where humanity is plagued by external psycho diseases. A future where humanity abandoned false narratives in favor of so-called absolute narratives. A future where transparency became valued above all else, and personal privacy has lost its importance to ensure safety of the community. A future of eroded imagination and bad short-term memory. It's a story of grief, for what's to come and what's no longer here. But at the same time, it's a happy story. Oh my god, Dinah! Hi! You're raiding at the very end. But if you or anyone in your raid wants to stay, we're gonna be playing Genshin as soon as I finish this game. We're just reading the afterword. It's a story of no tomorrow, so let us put our rosaries aside and laugh. A wonderful, futureless future awaits. Etherine. Oh, I love Etherine! Etherine's the best. Oh, Etherine has made some of my favorite games. Wait, I didn't mean to reread the afterword. I think that's everything. Like, I think we're just in an empty void of space. Hi, Mr. Smarties. Clip. Hi, Raiders. Yeah, I think that's everything. Yeah, it doesn't even say I'm a player anymore. I'm gonna save it here just because I like to. But, yeah. Let me open up Genshin. Oh my god, it feels so weird to actually finish the game. Like, it was a short game, but, like, I still think it was thoroughly enjoyable. Like, if I was smarter at those puzzles, I probably could have completed it all in one stream instead of having to do 2 separate streams for it. But, like, I'm really bad at puzzles, guys. I joke around all the time that that's the whole reason why I can't play Legend of Zelda games, because I'm just really dumb. Puzzles are the bane of my existence, real talk. No! Let me at least, I think I can at least show you guys while I'm just trying to get it ready. The warnings before playing. Let me change my stream information while that's loading. Real talk, I haven't played on PC in so long. Ever since I got my new iPhone, I've been playing. Thank you for joining the cuddle pile. Ever since I got my new phone, I've been mostly playing Genshin on my phone. Sorry, I'm also just typing in the thing. Get in Dreamers. Not to malt this time. Genshin. Done. Alright, that changes that. And now there might be a small hiccup. I just have to stop the stream real quick so that the new information's up. So I'm just gonna hit stop and then start real quick. Okay? Okay.